All right. Behave, Renji. Come on. I'm gonna put this water on that just to weigh it down. All right, CDL fans. I'm basically doing one-offs here. So the Buffalo Warriors on the road to take on the Miami Brawlers. It's the next game on tap. Shane Geiser hoping that Miami has some more success than Philadelphia had earlier. Buffalo, one of the CDL's original 6 teams, about to go into battle here. So leading the way for them is going to be Yellow Custom, followed by Tyrell at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's What, and at 5-point gainer is Toy Soldier. And in case anyone's wondering, Buffalo and Gowanda, both Western New York teams, do not have a team owner at the moment. So anyways, continuing on. Buzz Off. Buzz Off leads the way for Miami, followed by Gray Indy, Spine Buster, and Green Demon. And we got our first flip of the game. Buzz Off takes down Yellow Custom, 5-0. Brawlers on top. That brings out Tyrell, and he'll even this game up at 5 apiece. So quick flips here. That brings out Gray Indy, and he stays up on the extra section of the field. And that time we definitely had an interference going to his own teammates. So the interference sets him back, still tied at 5. And, ooh, was there an interference there on Tyrell's part, is what we're about to find out. I didn't see it because my eyes were watching Gray Indy here to see if he went off field. And he didn't. He stayed on field. But both cars were down, so the ruling on the field is a double flip. So if that stands, we're tied at 10. But if there was an interference, well, then we're tied at 5. So it does make a difference. So stay tuned. We're about to find out. You know, as a matter of fact, let's give you a look at the replay. All right, back to recording. Alright, CDL fans, those who've been waiting for this review. After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands as called. We have 2 good flips or a tied collision. Both cars were down, and they're both down clean. No interference there by Tyrell or by Gray Indy. So they're both down. We're tied at 10. Brings out Spine Buster and What. So I see how much of the field is taken up there. The big soft field here, larger in size. These two go at it. And What is down, but out of play was Spine Buster. So game remains tied at 10. As we continue to work away here, only a few games left. 3 after this one. The match continues. Good defensive cars on the field right now as they continue their battle. This is their type of field too, and we're going to overtime. So that is another $10 going to charity. Of course, Mexico City and San Francisco. Unfortunately, we lost the last part of that game, the footage. That was SD card footage, or formatted or something like that. It was like it's formatted. It needs to be formatted before it can record unlimitedly. I don't know. I'm just going to stop recording after every game's over and just, you know, learn from my lessons. But anyways, tied at 15, we head into overtime. Toy Soldier now taking on Green Demon. So here we go. And a good flip right there. Green Demon gets it done, and the Miami Brawlers have the win over the Buffalo Warriors, 20-15, the final. Toy Soldier goes down, and Miami is 1-0. So Atlanta and Miami are tied for first place in the Atlantic Division right now. And that's my bad. I almost put 15. 20-15, the final score. So that's $10 to both to 2 different charities, the Animal Cancer Foundation and $10 to St. Jude's. We continue on. So Miami and Buffalo about to be taken off the field, and just gonna stop recording. When we come back, folks, it's gonna be the Boston Vandals and the Puerto Rico Playas. So stay tuned. All right, CDL fans, back to the recording here. Boston Vandals on the road to take on the Puerto Rico Playas. Could be their final season as the Puerto Rico Playas. Could be Pittsburgh next year. Don't know for sure, though. Nitro leads the way for the Boston Vandals, followed by Blue Dragon 2. At the captain spot is Vendetta. And that 5-point gainer is Yellow Spider to the home side of the field. It'll be Sub-Zero leading the way for the Puerto Rico Playas today, followed by Rowdy at the middleman spot. For the captain spot, it's a rookie on this squad. And as a matter of fact, I have to just double check his name, Ratitude Jr. And Blue BMW at 5-point gainer position, ready to take on his old team if he has to. So here we go, Sub-Zero and Nitro starting things off. Old car staying up, and yes, he's still up. Had to double check there. And out of play goes Nitro. So, we've got a scoreless game. Continuing. Is out of play call is served. Still scoreless. Almost a flip thing. And this time a good breakdance maneuver, but not surviving forever. Nitro taken down in the end. Sub-Zero gets the Playas a 5-0 lead. That brings out Blue Dragon 2. These two go at it. Full car staying up there. Alex Johnson trying to go 2-0 on the day, and he's off to a good start in this one. 10-0 the scores. Blue Dragon 2 goes down. 10-0 scores, and now brings out Vendetta for Boston. Oh, do a barrel roll, and yes, they will switch sides. Sub-Zero from the visitor's side. Can he get it done? Looking for the shutout. Ooh, almost. Good hits going on both sides, and donuts served for dinner again. We got a lot of donuts going on here today. Can we do some animation? Let's try to... No, I'm joking. I'm playing. We don't need to do the animation today. Got enough of the real animation back at school that I got to look into after I'm done here with all this. But 15-0 the final score. And it is going to be the Puerto Rico Playas getting the win. They go to 1-0 today against the Boston Vandals. When we come back, well, it's coming right up. Washington Patriots home against the New York Empire. So stay tuned. Alright, CDL fans, we are back with our next one on tap here. We got the New York Empire on the road to take on the Washington Patriots. Get a look at this lineup and get it underway here. I was about to say Mexico City. Used to play for Mexico City back in the day. 15 Turbo leads the way for the New York Empire today, making his return to the CDL. Following him out there is going to be Black Bullet 2. Followed by last year's Rookie of the Year, Rising Heat. Actually, no, was he Rookie of the Year? Yeah, I think he was Rookie of the Year. Had to double check on it. Anyways, challenges at 5-point gainer. I'm pretty sure he was the, yeah, he was Rookie of the Year. But anyways, it was between him and, there was a guy on San Diego. What was his name? Rocket Power. That he was pretty good too. He's going to be playing in the next game. Anyways, Hyperfin leads the way for the Washington Patriots today, followed by No Fear, Ratitude. Or, my mistake, yeah, Ratitude. Yep, I'm right. He's at the captain spot, and at 5-point gainers, Orange Chevelle. It's been a few months since seeing these cars on the field. 3 since preseason, right? So here we go. The rookie Hyperfin out there in his first regular season game stays up. And yet again, able to stay up. The rookie doing good so far, and both cars out of play that time. We got a couple of lightweights just going all over the place, which is to be expected. They can roll farther that way. The lightweights can. So out of play, match continues scoreless. And almost wasn't scoreless. Hyperfin out of play that saves 15 turbo. Still scoreless. Gotta keep it on the field. And again, that would have been a glove save if I was a goalie. This was another out of play. Still scoreless. And this time, again, both cars out of play. And especially Hyperfin. So they will head back to their own sides as the match continues. Out of play, so still scoreless here. And not scoreless anymore. Hyperfin on his side, and it's 5-0 in favor of the New York Empire. That brings out no fear. Both cars able to stay up. They'll switch sides here. Make it a 10-0 game. Just like that, 15 Turbo is making New York very happy they drafted him. 10-0 the score. Gratitude now out there. Ooh, interference. Going to send him back to his own sides. Those are fighting words right there. Slammed right in the rising heat. Maybe sending the message like, hey, I'm coming for you next. You know, well, he's got some work cut out for him. Still 10-0 the score. And both cars able to stay up. They'll switch sides. And that time, no interference. And Gratitude does stay up in the process. And again, what moves by Gratitude? Keeping in this game. Mama put him in a K-pop video. This time, both cars are down. There was no interference there. It's a good flip. 15-5 is the final. The New York Empire get the win over the Washington Patriots here today. So, that does it for this one. Coming up next, we're going to have the Chicago Wind Attack and the San Diego Lightning. Two teams, wow, it says video pause, continue watching, but the music's still going. Like, the thing wasn't paused. Anyways, Chicago and San Diego, two of the CDL's original 6 teams. They're about to go head to head. It's coming up next, so stay tuned. Alright, CDL fans, last game here on our opening day in the Car Demolition League. We've got the Chicago Wind Attack and the San Diego Lightning ready to go head-to-head. Two of the CDL's original 6 teams ready to do battle. Of course, Jim Holt Sr., he would like some better results than what San Antonio provided him. Let's see what he brings to the table today. The Chicago Wind Attack leading the way with R today, followed by Hot Indy. Last year's MVP, sitting at the middleman spot for this one. At the captain spot, it's going to be Highlight sitting there, and that 5-point gainer is Blue Dragon. Both teams ready. Now to the home side, San Diego. They'll lead the way with Zap today, followed by Rocket Power at the middleman spot. He was in the running for Rookie of the Year, so expecting big things from him. At the captain spot is Futurama, and at 5-point gainer, it's El Rey. So both teams set and ready to go. Zap and R go at it, and both cars staying up, and they will switch sides. And again, both cars staying alive. R with a good defensive maneuver, but gets taken down that time. 5-0 San Diego with the early lead. That brings out Hot Indy. And Hot Indy quickly tying this game up at 5. He had over 30 flips. I think it was 30 flips in total last year. Just insane numbers. 5-5 the scores. That brings out Rocket Power. Offense versus defense here now. As these two collide. Continuing their battle and make it 10-5. Rocket Power getting a good flip. It's a soft field. It does favor a defensive style. 10-5, Lightning in the lead. Rocket Power looking to put this one away. And of course, Highlight trying to tie things up. It's a pretty good defensive car himself, doing a barrel roll to keep in it here. And oh, do a barrel roll on the other side, and look at this, another one. Do a barrel roll. You don't know if we're seeing a CDL game or we're watching somebody play a Star Fox run through here on the 64. So an out of play there is Highlight went out of bounds. Still a 10-5 game. Lightning in the lead. The first ever Western Conference champions trying to get the win here on opening day. And almost had it, stumbling, wumbling, and fumbling. And Highlight is on the defensive. So, highlight hanging on as both cars go out of play for some reprieve. One of these days, I'm going to put a catch net up. I promise you, it's gonna. It might happen this season. I'm just saying. So out of play, both cars went. Still a 10-5 game. San Diego on top at the moment, and out of play goes highlight again. It is a common thing in the game. So I don't really pay minimum wage, but someone wants to fetch cars during a game. No, I'm joking, I'm kidding. Oh, anyways, out of play went highlight yet again. 10-5 the score. Match continue. Ooh, that was close. Highlight hanging on. And yet again hanging on. Switching sides now. Will it help him? Highlight trying to hang on desperately. It's so amazing how just stable his opponent is staying, and both cars staying up here. Rocket Power staying extremely stable for being a defensive car. And again, out of play is the call. We got a match on our hands. And you might wonder, like, what's the attraction, I guess, of the CDL game? And you know, it's just cars flipping each other. That's got to be easy enough. Well, sometimes these battles can go on a while. Out of play as we are seeing today. Match continuing, still 10-5. Lightning trying to get the win, and again highlight taking a break, trying to get away. You gotta wonder, does a car have a mind? Because if a car has a mind, what is highlight thinking of that he can do to tie this thing up? Is again out of play he goes. 10-5 still the score. San Diego on top. And a flip would win the game for him, but again, highlight. Running off the field, and you go, oh, why don't you just say like 3 out of plays is, you know, like it's game over? Well, it's all going manually, right? So it's not the car really doing it, it's just the angle of the shot. That was another one. Out of play. And now both cars seeking the refuge of the ground. Where Renji was actually pretty quick to meet up with Rocket Power there. Rocket Power really trying to put this game away. 10-5 rather, the score. And trying to make it a 15-5 affair. Did I just foretell the future? Maybe, who knows? Barrel rolls on the part of highlight, and again, out of play. Is yet again out of play. 10-5. San Diego in the lead. Highlights hanging on. He's battling. What a move yet again. And again, out of play. Both cars. And I'm just seeing, we are still recording. I'm just double checking. It's been a long one, man. One of the best games of the night so far. Even if it ends 15-5, you gotta say, it took a while to get there. 10-5 is where we're at right now. And highlights hanging on, as is Rocket Power. Both cars, again, staying up and alive here in a spin cycle. That time by Rocket Power as highlights taking the home side, but I don't know if he wants to be there. Well, I think he does. He got flung pretty good there. He'll go back to the visitor's side of the field. You got 2 defensive cars on a soft field. Folks, I don't know, get comfy. Go to the fridge, get some food. So we have another out of play. Still a 10-5 game. Lightning trying to get the win. Highlight trying to tie this thing up. He's going to go out of play there. So, I caught him though. At least that time I was able to catch him. No one's sitting on that side to make any catches though, so we're in a bit of a pickle with that. Anyways, that time out of play is served. So, did he actually make it to the ground? Yes, he did. So, it was on 90 songs, but it's switched now to anything, right? The generic playlist is now up. Even 97 was sick of this. No, so another out of play. 10-5 still the score. San Diego trying to get the win. And so close to doing it multiple times. Highlight, hanging on. Good spin cycle, barrel roll, and this again able to stay up. Can't play that one as if he's down. As the wheel's still in the upright position. If they're on edge, you play it like it's flat. So, in case y'all were wondering, and close call yet again for Highlight, who stays up and alive in this one. What's it gonna take for one of these cars to get flipped in this match? Out of play goes Highlight yet again. What a match we are seeing here in our first main event of the season. Neither team given an inch. Oh, they've already given up a couple of points, so 10-5 the score. Game on the line here, almost ended right there. Highlight hanging on. And Jim Hull Sr. has to be on the edge of the seat. So Rocket Power almost got flipped, but Highlight went out of play, and Rocket Power saved himself anyways. The awareness of the just-in-case moment. It's still 10-5, out of play yet again. Renji is loving this. He says, I don't gotta come up on the table. I can follow all the action down here. Renji the Collision Kitten following this one. 10-5, still the score. And make it 15-5. Highlight fought valiantly, but in the end, 15-5 is the final, and the San Diego Lightning have the win over the Chicago Wind Attack. 15-5. You gotta wonder how good Chicago is gonna be once they actually get on hard field, which is gonna be their home field this year. But on the road, on a soft field, in San Diego's environment, they make full use of it, getting the win. 15-5 is a very deceptive score of this one because this was a great game. And again, the score doesn't show like that 15-10, but what a match. Rocket Power getting the win there in the end. And full marks to the effort put forth by Highlight. And that does it, folks. That's our opening day. I'm Jim Holst Jr. thanking you for watching. And thanking you for putting up with this today, right? Like, if you've been around the league watching for a while, this was a kind of a tough game day to get through with all the glitches and errors and stuff like that today. So it was kind of a rough one. So all that said, thank you for putting up with us. Well, putting up with me, right? So anyways, definitely appreciate the support. Until next time, as always, take care of yourself, be yourself, and peace.